Hi, welcome to Move. My name is Gypsy. This is your Yoga in Bali series, and today we're going to be working on opening the back body. So let's get started. We are always moving in three-dimensional ways, and often in today's society we become very forward and sunken. So as you see that I'm even just sitting like this now, introducing this class, I'm keeping my front body in balance with my back body, as opposed to rounded shoulders, rounded forward ribs, rounded forward head, so that as you see, the back body now becomes weaker and longer as the front body flexes and can be stronger. We still want to find balance. So I'd like to invite you to sit in a comfortable position to work on the back of the body now. So for some of you that might be sitting on your knees, you might want to put something under your knees, tuck your toes, but I want you to feel that you can sit so that we are equal from the front of the collar to the back, from the front of the ribs to the back. And if it's available for you, our preferred yoga posture would be to sit in a cross-legged position. Again, feeling that the spine is long so that we can open the back body today. So once you've chosen your seat, let your hands rest on your knees. And we'll begin first with just some easy spinal flexion, just to get warmed up and bridge the breath into the unity of our movement. All right? So we're going to exhale and round the spine. That opens the back. On an inhale, lift the front body taller. Exhale. Inhale, front body tall. Keep the front body tall even as you exhale. And then open. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale. Good. Now, whichever way that you are with your legs on your hands on your knees here, or you're sitting on your knees, I want you to take your hands behind you, just behind your hips. And if you're on your knees, you can just place your finger pads down on the ground. So to activate the back body and open it, we're going to open the chest actually first. So if you squeeze the shoulder blades to your back, elevate your ribs and your sternum, we're going to push off the hands into the earth. You might even want to flatten your hands if it's available. And then squeeze shoulder blades, elevate up, and we'll drop the head back onto the trapezius. Here, keep the eyes open and squeeze as you inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push yourself up. And as you exhale, just relax and notice how that feels. So by squeezing strong in the back body, we're already beginning to balance by strengthening the back and making it contract as opposed to weaken. So now let's take the legs out in front of us. We're going to work with some upward table, and that will also help to activate the back body. So depending on your wrists, you might want to keep your hands more outward. If it really hurts your wrist, you can place your fists down. And if your wrists are more flexible, you're going to place your fingers pointing towards your hips. Important here is alignment. As we press up into what's called an upward table, we want to press up so that the knees are over the ankles and the shoulders are right over the wrists. Whether your wrists are out or you're on your fist, you can still find that alignment. Okay? So now, take the knees forward, lift the navel up and the pubic bone up towards your heart, and then really spread the collarbone wide, feeling that balance between the front body and the back body. If it hurts your neck, keep your head forward, and if it's okay for your neck, we're going to drop it back, activating and opening the back body by strengthening it. Stay here, breathe in through your nose, and as you exhale, sit down. Wonderful. We'll try that 2 more times. Inhale, press through the feet and the hands. There's your foundation. Exhale, expand a little bit more. Inhale, expand more. Take the head back maybe. And then exhale, strengthen. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale, sit. Let's do one more a little faster. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And sitting on the exhale. Wow, that felt really good. Now, let's extend the legs out in front of you. I'm going to come down onto the forearms and the elbows. And you're really activating, again, the back body by squeezing it. Elbows are under the shoulders, and the forearms and the hand palms can just rest flat. The feet are out long in front of you. You can flex your feet just gently. And we'll begin by letting the lumbar spine stretch a little closer towards the ground. So we're actually opening the back of the lumbar spine here. Okay, we'll come back to this later. So as you bring your lumbar spine down, next what you can do is begin to pull it away from your pelvis. So we make some traction. And especially if you have lower back issues, this is really helpful. Now, once you get into this position and you feel the lumbar spine stretching, we're going to then lift the sternum in the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, and take the head back. So the lumbar spine is dropping and pulling. The upper spine is expanding and strengthening. You can press through the hands and the fingers. Relax the back of the neck and the tongue, and inhale. Open the ribs, exhale, and on an inhale, you're going to bring the head up and look forward, and then you can press yourself up. Nice. Just notice how that feels. What I notice just sitting up and speaking with you again is already I can sense that my shoulders have dropped and opened back. I don't even feel like they might round forward. Even if I try to give up, there's still a sensation that they're dropping in the back of the body. So now that we've squeezed the back, let's strengthen it. Let's come up onto our hands and knees in a table. Same rules apply. Wrist under shoulders, knees under the hip bones, and let's get the feet out like two train tracks. Right away here, we want to find a nice strong table. So we're not collapsing the shoulders or letting the belly hang out, but instead widen the shoulder blades, pull the navel up so you get your core nice and strong, and we spread the fingers so we have a strong table and even press through the legs. Now this is called stable table. On an inhale, you're going to take your right arm forward. So press down deeply through this side rib. You can look gently forward. Pull the shoulders in and widen. On an exhale, take your opposite left leg back and maybe just stay here, because this already activates the back body and strengthens the back. If it's available to you, you're going to lift that leg up. And what we're looking for here is that we don't collapse in the hip or collapse in the shoulder, but instead we keep a nice square table. Good, let's bring the hand down and the knee down. Imagine, if you will, that you have a cup of hot coffee on your sacrum, and maybe also another one just right against the back of the shoulder blades, so that as you go to the next side, we inhale the left arm forward. The coffee doesn't spill. Neck is long, you can look towards the fingers, and then take the right leg back. And once you feel the navel is supporting the spine and the back body strengthens by taking the leg and the arm up. Focus, concentrate, and breathe. Then come back home and in. Nice. Now let's try this 4 times, alternating sides. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, strong back. Exhale. Breathing in, breathing out, and breathing in, and breathing out. Nice. Have a seat. Roll the shoulders into your back. And maybe you begin to feel the warmth and the sensation of the heat and the strength, in the back of the body. So now let's come onto the belly, and we're going to work with some airplanes. And not only are we going to get the back working just by itself, but we're also going to work into the sides of the body so that the whole of the back of the spine from this erector spinae and the serratus muscles, which are what's attached to the rib cage, are being pulled into play here. So let's come down onto the belly. And you can take your arms out into a nice like cactus. You can also stretch them out. It's up to you. We'll begin with what's called locust pose. So locust pose is like a flying bug. You're going to bring the shoulder blades and activate the back. Press the pubic bone down, activate your core muscles, and lift the legs up. From here, take the arms up nice and high. Inhale. And on an exhale, you're going to sweep them back like superheroes are flying. So we squeeze the back of the body, squeezing through the inner thighs. We're using our Muladhara Mula Bandha in yoga. It's also known as the pelvic floor and the perineum. So we're going to pull up in the perineum, squeeze inner thighs, and breathe while we open the back by strengthening the back. Good. Now from here, we're going to inhale. I want you to take your right arm forward. And on an exhale, squeeze and contract the left side of the body. Reach back towards your left knee. Then we change. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, squeeze the right side body. Inhale, change. And we squeeze. Inhale, change. And we squeeze. Okay. Let's come back to the center. Take a moment, just push back into a child's pose. And that way, if you're feeling any kind of, crunchies or pain or stress in your lower back, you have the opportunity to stretch and unwind. And child's pose is great because it opens the back. So let's open the feet and, open the knees, feet stay together. And we're gonna walk forward so you really feel the ribs separate away from your waistline. And we'll bring the forehead to rest. Stay here for a deep breath in. Breathing into the back and exhale. Inhale, look forward, and exhale to bring yourself back onto your belly. Let's come back into that locust pose. Inhale. Exhale, press down into the pubic bone. Tighten your abdominals. Lift Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor. Lift and squeeze the back body and open the arms. Now, we'll evolve this just a little bit further. This time, you're going to bring the right arm forward. And you're going to place it in front of you. And we're going to tilt and lift up as we lift back. So this is twisting and adding a little extra to the back body. Try the other side. Left hand comes to the floor. Breathe in. And as you exhale, you turn. You can see the back of my body is twisting and lifting. You can push through the front hand. And then return. We'll try that one more time. If you need to, drop your legs. That's okay. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Come back in. And again, if you need to, press to child's pose, or you can just wiggle your hips here to help the lower back. Now, we'll evolve this a little further. You're going to reach and catch your ankles. This pose is called upward bow, and it's really good to strengthen and open the back body. So we'll begin by pushing the feet into the hands, and then lifting the thighs off of the mat. As you push the feet into the hands, you immediately start to feel the shoulders open and the muscles of the back activate and squeeze. Now, the more you press the feet into the hands, the more your chest will lift. Then we want to lift the collarbones and the sternums up as we drop the shoulder blades down the back. If this is too much for you at any time, please come down and rest. You can also choose to leave your head down and keep the sternum moving forward as your legs lift. Inhale. Exhale. And we release. Pressing back into child's pose just for a moment. Take a deep breath, drop the head, and breathe into your back spine. Exhale, release. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Coming back for one last round. Now you have a choice. If you want, you can take the same locust pose. You can try upward bow. Or our third one, which is used in many yogic series, is cobra pose. So in cobra pose, I'd like for you to imagine that the cobra hood is coming around to your energy center, which is our third eye. And from that energy center, we don't want to spill it out, but instead we want to come in and feel that as we activate the back of the head, it activates the stomach muscles and squeezes the back body. So in Cobra, hands are under the shoulder. You squeeze your elbows to your waistline, press the top of the feet and the pubic bone down, and then gently round up, bringing your third eye energy in. Squeezing here. You should almost be able to take your hands off the mat. But we'll keep them down and gently push them forward to get that cobra energy up and in as you breathe. Release on the exhale, and we'll do two more. You can take locust or upward bow, or we tried cobra. Press down into the mat, squeeze the back body, press the back of the head up, eyes roll up to third eye to observe, and release. Inhale, finding that beautiful lift in the cobra. And release. Press yourself up through your table, and let's walk the knees in. You can sit on the knees, or you can sit back in our cross-legged position. And in yoga, what it's good to do is observe how you feel. So take a moment to close your eyes, rest your hands on your legs, and just observe how your back body might feel at this time. Notice what's activated on a physical level as well as an energetic level. So I hope that you can join me here again and keep strengthening the back, because it's vitally important as we work on computers and desks to remember that we want to have balance and equality in this lifetime. So thank you for joining me. See you next time here at Move. Namaste.